San Ramon, California was deep in sleep when, just after midnight on November 18, 2025, the earth suddenly stirred. At 12:47 a.m., a sharp jolt woke residents, a deep, rumbling movement from far below. The shaking lasted only seconds, but it was enough to make people sit up, startled. This was a magnitude 3.3 earthquake, a minor event, but strong enough to be felt. The epicenter was just 2 miles southeast of San Ramon Center, 5 miles underground. Some heard a low rumble, others felt a quick shake that rattled windows. Social media lit up. Did anyone else feel that? Woke me up from a deep sleep. The quake was a classic California moment, a reminder that the ground is always moving. These small, frequent earthquakes are part of life in Northern California. They rarely cause damage but always catch people off guard. The earth is constantly shifting, and these little shakes are proof. After the jolt, San Ramon returned to sleep, a bit more aware of the restless planet beneath. The quake was a gentle nudge from the earth, reminding everyone of its power. Even minor quakes connect communities in shared surprise. In California, the ground's quiet warnings are never far away. The San Ramon quake's energy rippled outward, reaching far beyond the city. Reports quickly came in from Danville, Dublin, Pleasanton, and Walnut Creek. Neighbors all felt the midnight movement. Even across the bay in Hayward and Fremont, some sensed faint vibrations. The USGS collected these reports, mapping where the shaking was felt and how strong it was. For most, it was a brief, confusing moment. Then stillness returned. The quake was small, but in a densely populated region, even minor tremors are widely felt. Thousands shared the experience, connecting communities across the Bay Area. Scientists use these reports to better understand how energy moves through local rock and soil. For residents, it was a topic of morning conversation, a reminder of the dynamic land they call home. The event was over in seconds, but its ripples lingered in local awareness. Even small earthquakes can unite a region in shared curiosity. In California, the ground's subtle movements are always part of the story. After the shaking stopped, the big question was, is everyone safe? Local fire and police quickly checked for damage or injuries. There were none. A magnitude 3.3 quake might rattle a picture frame or swing a lamp, but it rarely causes harm. City officials confirmed all buildings and infrastructure were safe. Life continued as usual. For most, the quake was a harmless interruption, a curiosity, not a catastrophe. These small quakes help scientists monitor stress in the Earth's crust and improve earthquake models. They also remind everyone to stay prepared without causing panic. The San Ramon quake was a gentle tap from Mother Nature, a reminder, not a threat. In a seismically active region, these moments keep safety top of mind. The community felt the earth move, then quickly returned to normal. Living in California means respecting the ground's quiet warnings. The San Ramon quake happened on the Calaveras Fault, a major, active crack in the Earth's crust. This fault runs about 76 miles, passing through cities like San Jose, Pleasanton, and San Ramon. The Calaveras Fault is known for frequent small to moderate earthquakes, thanks to a process called fault creep, slow, steady movement that releases stress. Most quakes here are minor, but scientists know the fault can produce much larger events, up to magnitude 6.8 or 7.0. The last big quake on its southern end was the 1984 Morgan Hill earthquake. The northern section near San Ramon hasn't had a major quake in recorded history, so stress may be building. Even small shakes are important. They show the fault is active and help scientists track where stress is accumulating. Each quake adds to our understanding of the fault's behavior. Living near the Calaveras Fault means living with constant, subtle movement. Awareness is the first step to being prepared for whatever the fault may bring. The Calaveras Fault is part of the vast San Andreas Fault System, a network of cracks slicing through California. The main San Andreas Fault runs over 800 miles, shaped by the Pacific Plate sliding northwest past the North American Plate. This movement isn't smooth. Stress builds until it's suddenly released as an earthquake. The system includes other major faults, like the Hayward and San Gregorio, each capable of damaging quakes. The Hayward Fault, running under dense urban areas, is considered especially dangerous. Small quakes on one fault can affect stress on others, making the system complex and interconnected. The San Ramon quake is just one piece of this geological puzzle. Scientists study these events to understand how the whole system behaves. Every tremor is a clue to California's ongoing earthquake risk. Understanding the fault network is key to preparing for future shakes. California's landscape and cities have been shaped by powerful earthquakes. The 1857 Fort Tejon quake, magnitude 7.9, moved the ground by several feet and was felt across a vast area. The 1872 Lone Pine earthquake destroyed most of the town and left a visible scar in the earth. The 1933 Long Beach quake, though smaller, devastated poorly built structures and led to new building codes. Each disaster was a wake-up call, pushing California to improve safety and construction standards. The 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake during the World Series caused major damage and killed 63 people. These events remind Californians that the threat is real and ever-present. Earthquakes have forced the state to adapt, retrofit, and prepare. The lessons of the past shape how Californians live today. In earthquake country, history is always underfoot. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake stands as California's most infamous disaster. At 5:12 a.m. on April 18th, a magnitude 7.9 quake ripped along the San Andreas Fault. The violent shaking lasted about a minute, toppling buildings and liquefying the ground. Broken gas lines sparked fires that raged for 3 days, destroying over 80% of the city. With water mains shattered, firefighters were helpless against the flames. More than 3,000 people died, and hundreds of thousands were left homeless. The devastation shocked the nation and changed San Francisco forever, but the disaster also sparked scientific breakthroughs. Researchers mapped the San Andreas Fault and developed the elastic rebound theory, revolutionizing earthquake science. The tragedy marked the birth of modern seismology in America. It forced engineers and officials to rethink how cities are built on shaky ground. The 1906 quake's legacy is both cautionary and transformative. It's a reminder that nature's power can reshape cities and science. The Bay Area is home to over 7.7 million people, living atop a web of active faults. Major cities like San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose are all within reach of the San Andreas, Hayward, and Calaveras faults. High population density means a major quake would impact millions, damaging homes, infrastructure, and daily life. Earthquake preparedness is essential. Governments invest billions in retrofitting, emergency planning, and public education. Schools and businesses hold regular drills, building a culture of readiness. Small quakes like San Ramon's keep the risk fresh in people's minds. They prompt residents to check emergency kits and review safety plans. Living here means accepting the ground's unpredictability as part of daily life. These little jolts are reminders to stay vigilant. In the Bay Area, resilience is a way of life. Living in earthquake country means being prepared. Every home should have an emergency kit, water, food, medications, flashlight, first aid supplies, and a radio. Secure heavy furniture and move objects that could fall during shaking. Install flexible gas connectors and know how to shut off utilities. When an earthquake hits, remember, drop, cover, and hold on. Drop to your hands and knees, cover your head and neck, and take shelter under a sturdy table if possible. Stay away from windows and don't run outside during shaking. After the quake, expect aftershocks and check for injuries or hazards. Listen to emergency broadcasts for instructions. Practice drills with your family so everyone knows what to do. The recent San Ramon quake was a small test, a reminder to stay ready. Preparation turns fear into confidence. In California, readiness is the best defense against the next big shake.